well, where I am is 9 o'clock in the morning. So we are going in the evening, sorry. So we are about to start, okay? Uh, if you can, I wonder how many of you already have the Scalar device? How many of you? Can you, okay, can you tell me? All right, many people have the Scalar device. And I will ask you another question. Are you here? Uh, are you on this presentation to learn how to use the device, or you know how to do the device, but you have the Scalar device, but you want to learn how to make the treatments on the device? So the first question is, okay, you have the device now. You're here to learn how to use the device or how to do treatments with the device. They are two questions different. They're very similar, but they have, yeah, okay. Do treatments, both. Okay. Yes, because okay, I will focus on both, but I will give more weight to how to make treatments. So at the end of the training, you will be able to make a question. So I will not waste much time on this, and I want to share with you the presentation. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to share now with you the presentations to start. And now I need you to tell me if you are able to see the presentations. Excellent, very good. Okay, I will start. First, we are going to learn how, well, this is the menu of what we are going to see today. I hope I am able to go through all of each one of these points within the time we have, okay? Well, one of my activities now is I work as a therapist, okay? I do bioenergetic therapies, which with Spooky2, I use Spooky2 most of my therapies, I use Spooky2, okay? I started my professional career as a mechanical engineer. I work in the oil and gas industry for 15 years. And I work also on, I study mechanics, physics, quantum physics. And and this took me to the bioenergetic therapies, okay? So this is more or less my background. And what is bioenergetics therapy, bioenergy therapies? Okay, I need to explain to you the process of a disease, and this is very important for you to listen and to pay attention because uh, for the therapy I practice, we said that there are three phases of a disease, okay? We have the bioenergetic and the biochemical and the anatomical therapy. This is very important because you must understand that when we are working in the first phase, which is the bioenergetic, we cannot give a diagnosis of a disease, okay? And let me explain. We have about 100 trillion cells in our body. And each one of them, they have their own energy production, okay? This is the mitochondria. So every cell could have several mitochondria, or it could have only one, depending on the service that cells gives to our body. So let's say this is a cell that belongs to the liver, makes a tissue and makes the organ, which is the liver. Okay, this is one cell. And they are all together in the liver, and they produce 100% of the energy the liver needs to do their service, which is the service of the liver, we all know, is to remove toxins from our body. And it produces some other, hormones and different things. But the main activity of the liver is to remove toxins, okay? So let's say these cells now started to lose the capacity to produce energy, and it goes only to 90% of the energy. And the person start feeling like, oh, I'm starting to get a little bit of headache. I'm feeling like tired, and I don't know. You go to the doctor. The doctor receives you and give you a prescription to do a blood work. And when they check the blood work, everything is normal, everything is okay, but the symptoms are already there. Okay, so the doctor says, okay, you have nothing. Let's see. We just need to follow up, and there is nothing we can do right now. But we know that these cells is losing energy. So if the cells continue to lose, to not be able to produce the sufficient energy, let's say 80% only produces 80%, then you go back to the doctor 3-4 weeks after, and they do a blood work again. And now we see some traces of alterations on the liver products, okay? The enzymes that the liver produces. So there is a little bit of alteration there. And now this disease has passed from the first phase, which is bioenergetic, to the second phase, which is biochemical. Because by a blood work, you are able to see that there is some alteration. But they do an image of your liver, and that image, everything is normal. There is nothing that shows an alteration. At the anatomical level, still there is no alteration. But we have passed from the bioenergetic to the biochemical, and now at the anatomical level, we cannot see anything. So the cells continue, this lack of energy continues for some more months, let's say months, 6 months, and then you feel really, really bad. You go to the doctor now, you do a biochemical, which is a blood work, and we see an alteration, a great alteration on the enzymes of the liver. And then they do an ultrasound, okay, or a tomography, and now we see a liver that is wrong, and the face of the liver is not smooth. And then the doctor say, okay, you have a greasy liver, and or there is an alteration anatomical. Now, usually the medicine, the conventional medicine says can give you a diagnosis, okay? So by law, we as therapists, we cannot give a diagnosis at the bioenergetic or biochemical, not even doctors, okay, at the biochemical level. It's only a diagnosis is only given at an anatomical level. So when the disease is already expressed in your body in an anatomical manner. And this is very important because what we try to do now as a therapist is to get the problem when it's starting, okay? And at the bioenergetic level. And this is why this tool is so important. The scalar energy, the scalar device is very important because it helps us to get to the disease before it is developed. So, and what happens if I am already sick? I already have my liver, grown, it's inflamed. So what do I do? Still, I'm sure that if you have the disease at the bioenergetic level, you still have the problem. So we have to find the reason for that problem, okay? So in the next slides, I will show you the 4 reasons for the problem, but we will continue now. I just wanted to explain to you why we call it bioenergetic therapy, okay? We work at the very beginning of the disease, all right? So health or cure, it is nothing other than the bioenergetic balance of the body. So the body is constantly trying to do homeostasis, okay, which is the equilibrium within your internal part of your body with the external part of your body, or within the internal part of your body, okay. So this equilibrium, this balance of energy in your body is what we call health or cure, okay. So it's constantly. We cannot say that even from 1 minute to another this balance is changing constantly, okay? For instance, if I go out and it's warm, my body will react one way. If I go out and it's cold, my body will react in a different way, okay? So my body is trying to do this balance according to what is happening outside of my body and also inside of my body, okay? So what do you mean by inside of my body? Okay, if I am sad, for instance, I suffer something, I lost something, and I'm very sad. So my body will try to balance that feeling, not to lose balance. So it will try to, but when I'm happy, my body also tries to balance those constantly. So this is internal balance of energy. Okay, just by feeling, just by thoughts, or things that are happening inside our body. For instance, if we get an infection with a bacteria, our body will feel that, and we will try to fight this bacteria and try to keep, by fighting this bacteria, we'll try to keep the homeostasis of our body. So what does the body does when a bacteria is in the body, is infecting? The first thing it will do is to send the T cells, the white blood cells, to fight this bacteria, and also it will change the ambient of your body. It will increase the temperature, what we know as a fever, trying to eliminate the bacteria with the temperature of your body. Okay, so this is always trying to do this energy balance at all time. Okay, so this is a spectrum of energy assimilation. Our body assimilates energy all the time. Okay, um, food is one of the main, actually, nowadays, food is one of the main ways we assimilate energy. Okay, it's not the best way, and we believe that at the level of food, we should be eating only 10 or 15% of what we eat every day today. So but it's very important, the other ways of energy that we can receive, okay? For instance, air. Air give us oxygen in our body. So oxygen is one of the first fuel for our body, okay? It's so important just for you to think. It's so important that if someone closes your nose and your mouth for 5 minutes, you might die, okay? So air, oxygen is one of the main fuel that every one of our cells needs to be able to produce the energy that cell needs to be able to do what their functions is. So every cell needs oxygen, okay? Then we have cosmic energy. We receive cosmic energy, magnetic energy from the ground. So it's very important we do grounding. So it's take your shoes off and start walking barefoot on the ground. Okay, not concrete, not floor. You have to walk on the ground or on dirt itself. Okay, and then we have solar light, which is or another source of energy our body needs. Okay, so it's very important that we take some at least for 5 minutes every day, so our body receive the energy it needs to be able to promote their health, the balance of energy. Okay, so this is just a little to show you what is the energy we need. Now, what is scalar energy? And this is something very important. We have I want to show you the videos that are on the channel of Scalar Energy on YouTube. There is a channel that they can show you all the videos, I will use all the videos for you to see that you are able to follow the videos and to use the device. And this is one of the reasons I ask you, are you here to do treatment, to learn how to do treatment with Scalar Energy, or if you are here to learn how to use the device? A Spooky team, they have a Spooky2 team has been able to produce so much material that I believe that everybody should be able to learn in a few, in a couple of hours how to use the device. Okay, it's very simple. So I will show the device here. This video, it is on YouTube, and I will show it to you so you can see what scalar energy is according to Spooky2 team.
To tell each of your cells to be happy and healthy. Spooky2 Scalar creates a powerful.
Are you able to listen to the audio of the video? Please let me know. All right, perfect. Okay. All right. I will continue.
Scalar energy field. To tell each of your cells to be happy and healthy. Spooky2 Scalar creates a powerful scalar energy field that acts as an intracellular messenger to help every cell in your body to communicate, instructing them to be happy and healthy. In pure scalar mode, Spooky2 Scalar is a tool to realize the dialogue between you and your body to help you better control your body and health. Simply turn Spooky2 Scalar on to activate the communication between the cells in your body and help your body recover quickly, eliminate fatigue, and relax. With molecular scalar, you can use essential oils or medications. The scalar field will transmit their energy and information to your cells for nourishment and growth. With Life Scalar, you can choose specific fragrances and mount a vast database to boost your immunity and eliminate disease. You can also choose some blessed words or harmonious music. Send it to scalar harmony to comfort your body. You can confident and clear negative emotions. You can place Spooky2 Scalar anywhere you want. Your family will also share the natural energy and benefits, like the fragrance of flowers, the beauty of music, and the warmth of smiles and hugs. Spooky2 Scalar assists cellular communication with subtle messages of health and love.
Perfect. So this is an introduction of what the Spooky2 Scalar is. Okay, oops, it came out of. Let me get back. All right. Okay, so according to what when we use this, what is it scalar Spooky2 Scalar is good for. Okay, so you have all this list. I will not read each one of those, but you can find this information on Spooky2 channel. I will show you also. Okay, so improve the absorption of nutrients by cells, very important. Improves sleep quality, very important. Everything here we have is very important. Okay, so you can read them when you watch the video. So I want to give more time for questions and answers. Okay, so I will continue. Scalar energy is everywhere. Okay, I mean we are already in a scalar field, every one of us. Okay, so just to show you, just to try to illustrate how scalar energy is around us. It's like, you know, I always ask this question: Do you think the fish that is, you know, swimming in the sea? Do you think the fish knows the fish is in the water? They will not know. A fish, they were born there, they grow there, everything is there. So they don't know they're in water. Fish doesn't know. It only knows when it comes out of the water. Okay. So this scalar energy was always there. Different cultures tried to explain what is scalar energy. They gave different names to it. So, but they know we understand it's there, but at the moment, the scientific community, or for whatever reason, they did not want to go deeper into this type of energy. Some of scientists, they tried to do it, but they were not successful at trying to open the community to use this energy for the uh, the benefit of the humanity. Okay, so whatever reason, could be a financial reason, could be whatever reason. Okay, so but there were different concepts. Okay, as I said, scalar energy is vital energy, chi, prana, different names. Okay, so we have James Clerk Maxwell. He was a Scottish scientist, and he tried to explain that there must be another energy that unifies the electricity, magnetism, and other type of energies that we know and we study and we know very well. But there must be another energy. So Nikola Tesla continues the discovery of Maxwell and invented machines that demonstrated the system of radiant energy. He didn't call it a scalar energy. The only reason we call it scalar energy is because it can escalate. It can be magnetism, it can be electromagnetic, it could be electricity, different type of energies can escalate from this basic energy. So Nikola Tesla, he called it radiant energy, and but all of these concepts refers to a subtly invisible form of energy that permeates the universe and is related to life. Okay, most of the concepts, even Nikola Tesla, he used this energy to heal, to cure people. Okay, so we can see that how among the years, different cultures. They already tried to explain this. Some scientists tried to explain this, but they were not successful to move forward on the use of this energy. Okay, different names for the same concept, and they are all referring to the same thing. Actually, how the science is trying to call it is 0 point energy. Okay, you can search on internet and you'll see that it refers to the same thing, an underlying energy that unifies and explains the various phenomena of the universe. That's all of them. They have the same concept. Okay, so right now we could call it also 0 point energy. It'll be the same thing. Okay. It was always there, but never reached scientific consensus by some reason. And that's what scalar energy is, to my understanding, to my best knowledge right now. Scalar energy is a subtle energy that is there, and we all produce scalar energy. How can we all produce scalar energy? It's because our body, it produces this energy also. Okay, every single cell produces energy, and this energy is like electromagnetic energy around our body, and we are able to get information from this energy. So this biofield, I call it biofield, of energy, of human energy, is exchanging information constantly with the media where we are, with the ambient where we are. Okay, so this is why we call it a human energy field. Okay, and we are going to start our journey to healing with the most advanced scalar energy equipment, Spooky Scalar. How does it work? Nature is the only cell that is able to gather this energy from this subtle energy and change that energy into physical matter, okay, into matter. For instance, a tree, if you study a tree, you will see that the tree is planted on the ground, but there are different molecules in the tree that don't exist in the ground. So the only way the tree was able to get these molecules and it's in the matter of the tree is by changing, somehow gathering this energy and changing this energy into molecules. So nature and every living thing is able to gather this energy. Otherwise, it will not have life. Okay, so some stones, for instance, are able to gather this energy and concentrate this energy. Also, the quartz, for instance, is one of these stones that is able to gather this energy. So to me, the scalar, this device, what it does is concentrates scalar energy. So it concentrates in a way that our body feels that this energy, communicating every cell in our body. And this is why this device is so important and to our journey for our health, to have I call it health, but I rather call it a good quality life, because uh, you lose your health and you start getting when you get 50 years old. I just did 50, by the way. And when you get to 50, people start telling you, because you are feeling like that because your youth is gone. And there is not explanation. There is no reason why you start getting, so tired and your knees start hurting and your body is aching. And there is no reason. Age is not an excuse for getting sick, for a disease, okay? And we can be 80, 90 years old. Of course, we'll be older, okay? But that doesn't mean we will be suffering. We will lose our quality of life to be able to move ourselves, to do whatever we want to do in when we grow old. Okay, so and this is why scalar this device is very important. When you receive the device, what you will get is we'll see the video. Okay, you'll get this big box. This is the transmitter. You will differentiate the transmitter from the receiver, because the transmitter always have the screen. You see the screen here? So this is the transmitter, okay? Many of you know this, but for the ones that do not have the device, I need to show this video. So this is the device you receive. You have the transmitter, and what differentiates the transmitter from the receiver is the screen. You get the link cable, sample digitizer. This is very important because to do the biofeedback, okay, you will receive two BNC cables and the power cable, okay? This is the way you set the devices, okay? The scalar energy, the scalar field will be within the two of the devices in a toroidal way of energy. And to me, it's very important that you try to keep these 6 feet away one from the other, so you will have a nice size of toroidal energy, okay, within the two devices. If it is less, do you get any scalar field? Yes, but it will be smaller, okay? So 2 meters and 4 meters or 5 meters doesn't matter, but the longer one receiver and the transmitter are, the bigger the field, okay? But what is, if there is any, the only way that this field will reduce its energy is depending on the amount of living creatures, we could say plants or animals or people are within the two devices, because people are lacking of this energy, they start absorbing this energy. Their cells, they're thirsty for this energy, and when they get this energy, they try to get more. So this absorbs the energy that is in the ambient people. So if you are on your own and you put 4 meters wide, you will have a nice size of 12 feet or 15 feet away from the transmitter. You will have a nice size of toroidal shape energy, okay? So the transmitter panel, you have these parts here, you know. The power port is where you put the adapter with the energy, okay? Optional generator, we can use an edge generator here, and the link cable, okay? These are the points that are very important. This is the on and off switch, okay? And here below the screen, you can see the knob for tuning adjustment, okay, for the adjustment. So this knob is also important. Turning light, the tuning light is the light that we will see how bright it becomes when we are trying to link the two devices, okay, the transmitter and the receiver. So this is the panel of the transmitter, and this is the panel of the receiver, okay? So you have where the link cable is connected, and you have the receiver coil, and this is the transmitter coil. This is why we call it transmitter, because it has the transmitter coil, and we have on the receiver, we have the receiver coil, okay? And this button here is just a light to test if the receiver is linked to the transmitter, okay? And we have the power cable. All right. This is the basic configuration, okay? You just put the transmitter and the receiver exactly the way it is, okay? Back to back, we could say, okay? So you have the adapter, the energy connected to the energy port, and then you have the link cable connected from the receiver to the transmitter, okay? And this is the basic configuration. You don't need to do that. As long as you turn it on and you tune the frequency, you will have scalar energy within the two of the devices, okay, within the transmitter and the receiver. All right, so this is the basic configuration to generate the field, okay? Again, these videos are on the YouTube channel of Spooky2 Scalar, so you can check this video anytime you want.
To set up and tune Spooky2 Scalar. Hello everyone, in this video we will show you how to set up and tune Spooky2 Scalar. First of all, place the transmitter and receiver either side of a chair or bed. Secondly, you need to connect the 12-volt power adapter to the transmitter power port. Third, plug the link cable into the transmitter and receiver link connectors.
Very simple, very simple.
And then you can turn on and tune the transmitter. Just like a radio, Spooky2 Scalar requires tuning. It is very simple to do. Turn the tuning adjustment knob anti-clockwise until the tuning light beside the transmitter coil is at its first maximum brightness.
Please look at the light here, okay? This light will get brighter and brighter as you turn the tuning knob anti-clockwise, okay? You will see the frequency here is going down when you are turning it anti-clockwise. So this light here that is in the middle is very important. You look at it, okay, when you are doing this tuning. Very important, okay? So you will see it getting brighter and brighter, and then suddenly it will start also getting dimmer, okay? So
there are two peaks during tuning. The first peak in the indication light indicates that the ideal scalar frequency has been found. The frequency range when the light illuminates is quite broad. If you continue to turn the tuning knob anti-clockwise, the indication light will extinguish and then will come back on. This second, lower frequency is the EMF operating frequency. It is the confirmation that the scalar frequency was found in the previous step.
okay, so if you see here, when you turn it on, you will have around 8 megahertz on the screen, okay, of the transmitter. So as you turn the knob anti-clockwise, you will see that this light, it will start getting brighter and brighter. So, and it will reach a point of brightness. This is the maximum point, and then it will start going dimmer, okay? So in a certain point, if you continue turning the knob anti-clockwise, it will start getting brighter again. But we don't want this second point, okay? This is electromagnetic frequency that is also connecting the transmitter and receiver. We don't want the second time. So I do this just for testing. I turn it on, I pass the first brightness peak, okay? And then I continue and I reach to the second brightness peak. So I know I have the two connections, all right? So I turn it off again and I turn it on. It will get set it back to 8 megahertz again. So I know that the connection is there because I was able to find the two peaks of brightness, okay? Brightness. So the second time I just go to the first peak of brightness and I leave it there, okay? That's okay. That's already been
Thanks for watching this video.
it's been connected. So this is what I'm telling you here is correct. So I think I lost.
It's about Spooky2 Scalar.
All right, I'm back. So this is in the receiver, we have a test button, okay? This test button, we need to, once we reach the first brightness peak on the transmitter, I come to the receiver and I just press this button, okay? It will light red. If it's lighting red, it means it is connected, but you don't need to leave this button on, okay? Always turn it off. You just check it is on, red, even if it is very dim, okay? It goes red, that's it, it's connected. You press the button again and turn it off, okay? You don't need to do the treatment because this button is consuming the scalar energy that is on within the two of the devices, the transmitter and the receiver, okay? So you turn it off. Don't leave it on because it will not, it will consume energy, okay? And you don't want that energy. You want your body to get that energy, all right? So these are points very important. So this is the basic scalar configuration, all right? Okay, this is pure scalar. Now we are going to go to pure scalar. You are within the field and your body will start absorbing this energy, all right? Now we'll see a molecular scalar. The scalar signal can be improved by placing a substance in the receiving coil, okay? So can be essential oil or a medicine, any substance you want the body to receive, information of the substance you want your body to receive, you just put it on the receiver coil, okay? It's very important you understand this, receiver coil. Substance, you put it on the receiver coil, okay? And then it'll be very important because when we are doing imprinting, we put the water on the transmitter coil, all right? So this is very important for you to remember. When you want the body to receive any medicine information or any substance information, you have to use the receiver coil, all right? So this is how it is installed. This is another video. The Spooky2 Scalar team did a great job with these videos. I mean, anybody would learn how to use them.
We will show you how to apply molecular scalar using essential oil. Firstly, we need to set up Spooky2 Scalar devices. Connect the 12-volt power adapter to the transmitter power port.
Okay, we are repeating the same basic configuration.
Then plug the link cable into the transmitter and receiver link connectors. Secondly, we need to place the essential oil on the receiver plate. Open the essential oil bottle. Glass container is recommended for the substances.
It is opening because the information of the
Small
substance,
circle on the coil.
the information of the substance is going on the field because this will be on the receiver plate, on the receiver coil, and this substance, the smell of the substance, everything, all this information will be around this energy field, okay? So it opens and it is placed on the receiver coil, okay? Don't place it on the transmitter coil. This is a very common error, okay? To place it on the transmitter coil, okay? Any substance you want to information of the substance, okay? And this is quantum information of the substance because the scalar energy passes through as it passes through any matter, it will get the information of whatever matter it is, okay? So, and it will be transmitted to all the surroundings where that scalar field is passing by.
The small gray circle on the coil is the best place for the substances. So we put essential oil on the small gray circle. We recommend putting the drops you desire in a topless vial or vial with glass lid or paper lid, but do not waste your expensive bottle of essential oil by leaving the lid on. If you want to send the effects of essential oil, supplement, or drugs, etc., in your body or into something else, place the substance on the receiver coil. We can turn on Spooky2 Scalar now. Turn the tuning adjustment knob anti-clockwise until the tuning light beside the output coil.
It's doing the tuning again.
Okay, we can see between the transmitter and the receiver now.
Okay, you can see on the right we have the receiver and on the left we have the transmitter. the bottle is on the coil of the receiver, okay, and you can sit in the middle, and you'll be receiving this substance. The good thing of this, you can put any medicine. For instance, some people get these medicines and they have too much effect, bad effect on the person. Start feeling dizzy and all this. If we are doing right and the medicine is the correct medicine for this person, and the person is receiving, I shouldn't talk about medicine because we are talking about treatment. In this case, it's talking about oil. But the reason why I'm telling you about medicine, because sometimes there are some products that makes you feel really bad. They have very bad effects, and people cannot take it. So if you do this, your body, it's easier for your body to reject the bad effect information of this medication, this substance. I shouldn't say medication, this substance, and it will absorb only the ones that are good for the body, because your body has a shield of this information. So your body will reject the information that will be doing bad to your body, and it will gather the information that is good for your body. So, and how does my body knows what is good or bad for the body? The body knows, okay? And this is called innate intelligence. Before you form brain and eyes and lungs, and there was a small one cell only in the womb of your mom. And that one cell knew exactly what to do. There was no brain or anything. So this innate intelligence that knows exactly what to do is still there. Okay, it's just we need to step out of the way of our innate intelligence to be able to get cured sometimes. Okay, it's very important. So molecular energy is when basically we put this substance on the receiver coil, and we will receive the good information of this substance, okay? So it's the basic scalar configuration plus the substance. That's all, okay? Molecular scalar. It's very simple. Now, the reason why I'm passionate about this scalar device is because we have the Rife scalar, okay? And the reason why is because we have more than 60,000 frequencies that we can add to this field of information, scalar information, and we can receive all the benefits of this, okay? So, but what we need is to have this generator. Now we are adding to the configuration of the devices, the generator X Pro, okay? Generator X Pro to this configuration, okay? And all we need to do is to connect the generator to the transmitter, and you have this BNC cable. Remember, you received two. We will connect only one, okay? One to the generator and one to the transmitter, all right? So, and then we have to go to the software, Spooky software, and I believe that most of you, what they want to learn is how to use the software. Configuration is very simple. You go to, okay, you go to presets, scalar, okay. Let me try to stop every time I do this. Presets, okay. Oh. Okay, this is shell empty presets, okay. How do I we click there, and we have different devices, right? We have contact, we have plasma, we have remote, we have a scalar, okay? and we have cold laser and all that, okay? So in the software, you have this part on scalar. So we are in shell empty presets and scalar, okay? Now, in a scalar, we have this scalar general. And this is where we put all the frequencies we want to use, right? So we go to programs, and if we want to use a substance, any essential oil, for instance, instead of using the substance itself, we can use the frequency of that substance, okay? So, or for instance, if we want an aspirin, we want to use the aspirin, but avoiding the bad effects of the aspirin, we can go to acetaminophen or magnesium carbonate, for instance. So we double click on that, and then we go to, in this case, on the 21 port is where the Scalar device is connected, and then we can just run this frequency, and it will be interacting with the scalar energy. So the information of this magnesium carbonate, it will be transmitted into the scalar field. So we can receive the scalar field, which is very good, plus the information of the substance, okay? So this is the way we add the frequencies, right frequency, anything we want to add. Scalar energy is very good at healing and increasing the cure of wounds, and it's very good at with Rife energy added to the Scalar device. Scalar energy, the harmonic, this is another accessory that is added to Scalar, and it shows here how to install this harmony.
Unpacking, connecting, and more. Hi! In this video, we will demonstrate a step-by-step procedure of how to turn on your Spooky2 Scalar Harmony and start your first relaxing session. Inside your Scalar Harmony pack, you will receive a Spooky2 Scalar Harmony, a user manual, a locating button with sticker on one side, a button template for assisting a precise placement of the locating button, and a multiple input audio cable. You can play instrumental music, solfeggio frequencies, and Rife healing programs via Scalar Harmony. Also, if you are an advanced Scalar user, you can combine molecular scalar energy with Scalar Harmony. Scalar Harmony has the molecular modulation perfectly built in on its handle. You can place a glass containing a few drops of essential oil on the place shown below. Before you connect your Scalar Harmony to an audio source, please set up your scalar unit first. Place the transmitter and receiver on either side of a chair or a bed. Try to keep them as far apart as possible. Connect the 12V power adapter to the transmitter power port.
Same way of connecting the basic configuration of Scalar, okay? You have to connect the
Plug the link cable into the transmitter and receiver link connectors. Try to keep the link cable away from metallic objects. Turn on and tune the transmitter.
Adjust the transmitter anti-clockwise. Look at the light, it goes brighter.
New versions of Spooky2 Scalar are already prepared for Scalar Harmony. If you purchase Spooky2 Scalar after February 23rd, 2022, you can jump straight to 3 minutes, 38 seconds. If you purchase Spooky2 Scalar before this date, you can perform the next simple steps to upgrade Spooky2 Scalar yourself. Then, place your Scalar Harmony at the correct location.
Okay, most of us has purchased after the 22nd, I'm sure. So
The locate button should fit snugly into the small hole under the handle. Plug the audio input into the audio input port.
and then you plug the audio input, okay, and
Plug the other end of the cable into the headphone output of your audio device. In this video, I will use an iPhone as an example. Plug the lightning cable into the lightning USB port on the iPhone. Open a music player app on the iPhone. Choose a music or song to play. Here, I will select an instrumental music. Make sure the sound of the iPhone is not on mute. It is best to keep the audio player and cables away from the Spooky2 Scalar unit during use. Now, you may relax and enjoy the magic of scalar harmony.
so you might ask yourself, what is this for? Okay, very important for meditation. Okay, it helps you open certain cognitive frequencies that it will help you to concentrate more, to relax and concentrate faster, and to start the beta and the gamma waves on your brain to get stronger. I have a lot of well, I could say a lot, but about 9, 10 people that they use with children with autism. And Spooky2 has a lot of relaxation also music that is being used on this device. And these children with autistic, they calm down when they are very stressed. Sometimes they take their children to a public place, and they get so stressed when they get back home that they do not sleep for all night, and they are so stressed that it's difficult to control them. So what they do is they put this with music, and they see a very fast change on the behavior. Okay, if you ask me why is doing that, I don't know, but I have these people relating this, and I believe it's very nice. It's mostly used when you are doing meditation, but also for help to calm down and to you know relax. Is very for this type of people, this type of disease. It's very important, very nice. People that cannot sleep also, they use this with the sleeping mode, and they see it's very effective. Sometimes they even stop taking some medication for sleeping by using this harmony. Agora, now we are going to talk about printing scalar energy and we'll use water in this case, okay? And this is the last part, and we'll go to the answer of questions. So prepare your questions. I will try to answer them as much as I can, okay?
In this video, we will show you how to imprint frequencies into water. Firstly, we need to load the program into generator X. Plug the power adapter into generator X, and the other end goes into the power source.
For imprinting, we also need
Then
the generator
connect USB
X.
to GX and the computer. Insert the square end into the side of generator X and the USB end into the computer. Turn on the generator X. Okay, now you can open the Spooky2 software. Go to Presets tab. Choose Shop Presets. Scalar. Spooky2 Scalar January JW. Next, go to Programs tab. You can load the program that you need. Here we search Code Coping Program and double-click to choose it. Then, go to the Control tab. Take Override Generator and open the generator. Click the Load button. Double-click to select the memory location to save the preset, and click Save. Secondly, we need to set up Spooky2 Scalar devices. Connect the 12-volt power adapter to the transmitter power port.
So remember, this is the basic configuration also. Always.
Then plug the link cable into the transmitter and receiver link connectors. Thirdly, we need to connect generator X to Spooky2 Scalar. We need to ensure that generator X stays away from scalar field and 1 meter away from Spooky2 transmitter and link cable. Connect G1 out 1 or G2 out 1 to the BNC port of the Spooky2 Scalar transmitter. Here we connect G1 out 1 to this port using a BNC cable. Fourthly, we need to place the water on transmitter plate. We can turn on Spooky2 Scalar now. Then turn the tuning adjustment knob anti-clockwise until the tuning light beside the output coil is at maximum brightness. Fifthly, we need to start the code coughing program in generator X. We connected G1 out 1 to the Spooky2 Scalar transmitter. So we press G1 here. You can see all your loaded presets in GX. Select Code Coughing. Press the Start button. Press the Loop button to loop the program. Run healing programs with no more than 8 frequencies. High frequencies should restructure the water in 1 or 2 hours. And very low frequencies, like Schumann resonance, may take a day or 2. If it is low frequency, tuning light will blink. If it is high frequency, the tuning light will be constantly bright. If the frequency is too high, the tuning light will not light up. You can stay in the scalar field while imprinting information into water. The water information will then be tailor-made for you.
All right. Okay. In this case, it show let me share my Spooky. All right. Okay. This is my software, Spooky software, shell empty, scalar. Okay, and scalar generator, right? So I just want to show you this, for instance, vitamin. You will drink water during the day, but why not to put some vitamin A or vitamin B, okay, for the body to in molecular way. We got copper, very important. Cupric oxide for your body, very important. Calcium, manganese, very important. Magnesium. Then you just add them, iron, iodine for the health of your thyroids, potassium. You just double click on which one of the vitamin you want to add. Vitamin D, and then you're going to drink water anyway. So why not put some frequency that will help you get some information, the information for the vitamins you need. Then you come to control. You can where this is where the Spooky is, the device is, and I already have this. So I just start, and I'm starting to run the imprint this information into water. So if I go into the gym or I can take this water with me and help me get some vitamin as I drink water. Isn't that good? It's very good. So I just wanted to show you that you can do when you are imprinting, you can do other things. Okay. Let me get back to the presentation now. All right, we are back. It went back to the first one. Okay, and the last one I wanted to show you is this is in drinking water, right? So does this have any scientific study that this work? Okay, we have this Dr. Masaru Emoto experiment with water. Okay, you can search on internet. He's got a book, The Water Memory, and in the experiment, he was able to get these frequencies from the water. He could read frequencies from the water, okay? So, for instance, when people will have compassion and this water was close to the person and the person has compassion and this water will be frozen, will make ice, and then he will take picture of the ice molecules and they will see these very beautiful shapes of the water. But when the person had this heavy metal music, very bad, thoughts like "I will kill you, you fool," what? So this is what happened with the water when it's frozen and they take picture of the molecule of the ice. So you can see the lack of harmony, okay? And you can see the harmonic of good thoughts are. So we can influence in the scalar energy. Yes, we can with our thoughts. We are very, very strong on that as human being. We are very strong. Our thoughts can regenerate or degenerate substance and matters. And water is very good at receiving and keeping the information. All right. So this is very important. And the last part we are going to see is the biofeedback, which many of you wants to learn how to do it. I will run the video for this. And
Firstly, hi. In this video, we will show you how to do biofeedback scan using Spooky2 Scalar with scalar digitizer. Firstly, we plug the scalar digitizer to the link cable port on the scalar transmitter.
okay, here I just want to show you this. The digitizer, okay, scalar digitizer is this small device. I don't know if you can see, okay. It has this that goes where the link cable on the transmitter goes, okay, this pin. And the link cable goes on top here, right? That will give us this port, BNC port, for the second cable, BNC. This is the only difference when we are going to do biofeedback. This device is the one that does the digitizer, biofeedback digitizer, scalar digitizer, okay? So it gives us an extra BNC port coming from the transmitter. So this pin goes to the link cable port, and the link cable port is connected here to this part, and we get this extra BNC port for or to be connected to our device. So this is very important for you to know. So this is what in the video she has connected, okay?
Connect the 12-volt power adapter.
And everything else is the same as the basic configuration. We just adding this, as I said, this scalar digitizer, all right? So this is the only thing that is different. You can see here, we have an additional BNC port on the transmitter, and that goes to the second, well, you can put it on G1. And then you have the
BNC port of Spooky2 Scalar transmitter.
okay, and the BNC port that is in the transmitter, okay, that comes on the transmitter. You don't need to add anything to have those. So we have both of the BNC cables on out one.
Spooky2 Scalar transmitter and scalar field. Plug the power adapter into power source.
The other end goes into generator X. Then connect USB cable to GX and the computer. Insert the USB end into the computer and the square end into the side of generator X.
This is the normal connection of generator X to the computer, okay? Nothing different.
Turn on the generator X. Fourthly, turn on Spooky2 Scalar and tune Spooky2 Scalar.
And then we do the
Turn
tuning.
the tuning adjustment knob anti-clockwise until the tuning light beside the output coil is at maximum resonance.
By now you have learned how to do the tuning. I think we have seen it 3 or 4 times. This is very important, the tuning, okay? But we have seen it 3 or 4 times, okay?
Now, it is important to know which number corresponds to G1 and G2 before running down feedback. You can see here, G1 is port 70.
Okay, very important to know which port corresponds to G1 and G2, okay? So if you look at the screen of the generators X, you'll see G1 port 17, G2 port 18, okay? So you write down G1 is port 17 and G2 is port 18, because when you go to the software, you will need this to do the biofeedback, okay? You will need this information.
G2 is 18. Go to Process tab. Click Biofeedback. Scalar digitizer. Select Spooky2 Scalar digitizer slave GW. Go to Settings tab. Look at the output shadowing. Set output equal X, where X means port number of G1. Since G1 is port 17, we set 17 here. Go to Control tab. Take Override Generator and choose G2. Then go to Preset tab. Select Spooky2 Scalar digitizer master GW. Go to Control tab. Take Override Generator and choose G1. Line between the two scalar units and ask the assistant to click the scan button to start the biofeedback scan. If you do not have anyone to help, set the start delay. This will give you time to start the biofeedback scan and position yourself correctly between the units. Spooky2 Scalar digitizer master preset performs biofeedback, and the slave preset modulates Spooky2 Scalar. G1 will start the biofeedback, but no frequencies will be produced. Instead, the amount of scalar energy being absorbed for each frequency that the body will be recorded. G2 automatically starts causing Spooky2 Scalar to transmit the generator frequencies. Here are some notes. First, it is better to lie perfectly still and only have one person in the scalar field. Second, this field extends outward, so ensure no living organism nearby. Third, you can do short scans once a day and longer scans once a week. Thanks for watching this video.
All right. I want to show you how to do it, okay? I want to explain again, but because this configuration is very important, okay? I have connected port 3, okay? Generator out 2, okay? Out 2 of generator 1, okay? Generator 1 on this sample digitizer, okay? And remember, the sample digitizer is the slave, okay? And the main BNC connector on the transmitter will be the master, right? So this here is the slave. So you need to know where, in which port you have connected the slave on generator X. So if you connected the slave BNC on out 1 or out 2, it doesn't matter, okay? You can connect on any of them, but you always have to write down which port you have connected the slave. So in here, in the software, you can see the 3 is the slave, and on the 4th, I have the master, all right? Okay. So what do? I come here, view feedback, scalar digitizer, right? So I have the slave and I have the master. Because I know where I put the slave, okay, I can come here to settings, and here I put number 3 because my slave is under 3. So I come here and I connect my slave digitizer on 3. I get back to presets, okay, I will do it again, view feedback, scalar digitizer. Now I have to choose the master. So the master, I come here and I know the master is on 4. So I put here master 4. So I can come here. If I want, I put in 0. It will start immediately. But if I want to have some times to go to sit within the transmitter and generator, I can put 50. 50 milliseconds will start. And normally it comes with 200 for you to sit and relax before it starts. So I just run scan, and it will start the scan of the frequencies. So when I get a scan, I will receive the frequencies that are altered. Okay, I will have a report. Let me see if I have. Okay, I have a report, and I will load it here. I will just let me use some content. Okay. It will show a report with 10, because here I put 10 to search for 20 frequencies in this case, okay? If I put here 10, it will show me 10 frequencies like I have here. So once I have these altered frequencies, I need to get what disease could be related to frequencies, okay? What type of disease? So I can do a reverse lookup, okay, which is here on the right of my screen. And I put this, I include harmonics, and I open the percentage of tolerance to 0.025%, and I run go. So I will do a reverse lookup, and I will receive, let me go back to the screen. Let me share with you. All right, I'm here now, and I will receive from the reverse lookup, I will receive a report like this, okay? So you can see match tolerance 0.25, include subharmonic. No, I usually don't include subharmonic. I include harmonics, okay? So look at this, are related to Alzheimer, are related to brain disease, and all of this. As I said at the beginning, it doesn't mean you have this disease. No way, you don't have this disease, okay? This is not a diagnostic tool. What it's saying is you have a frequency that is very close, would be very close to these different diseases, okay? So if the aggression of your body continues the same way, perhaps in 2 years, 10 years, depending on the level of aggression of your body is, perhaps in 10, 20 years, you will develop this one of these disease. Okay, it doesn't mean you have that. But because we are working at the bioenergetic level and in the first phase of a disease, just by changing, for instance, I have like Alzheimer. All right, what can I do? Just do a cleanup of heavy metal of your body, and try to sleep earlier, practice some more exercise, and this frequency will disappear within days or weeks, if depending on how much you are polluted with heavy metals. So this is very nice because whenever you have a disease and you more or less have a diagnosis of the disease, you can relate to these frequencies and you can try to help to cure this disease by doing the treatment. It can be done with a scalar energy also, okay? So this is very, very nice tool to try to work on the frequency that is altered. And this it could be causing the disease that you have, okay? I need to say it's not a diagnosis. You don't here, for instance, we see cancer, brain tumor. This person is no, this is not a disease. This is not a diagnosis. You don't need to get nervous about this. Whatever it comes, you can think of the worst of the disease that is showing here. It's not a diagnosis. It's just saying this altered frequency continues to the body continues to be exposed to these frequencies or to things you are doing or eating or not doing, you might develop this disease in the future. Remember, this is bioenergetic level. It's not anatomical, so it's not a diagnosis. Okay, this is very important for you to understand. Okay, I think we have done a very extensive training on how to use it and as part of the treatment. So, okay, I will answer questions now. How long should it take to do the diagnosis with the digitizer with the scalar machine? Mandy, this is it could take like for a complete scan could take 20 minutes. Okay, and if you have any other question. If you have any more questions, you can raise your hands or write here on the chat, and we will be able to answer questions, okay? So I'm here for you guys. You can try to make any questions that you want. Chuck Turn, I hope it was helpful for you. And but in the RRM program, it tells you to run the two frequencies at the same time. And when I see my pro running, it runs the frequencies one at a time. It will always run one frequency at a time. And the resonant recognition model, this is mostly for peptides, right? And when you are using this, and it runs at one of the time at all times, Jeff. Okay, so I hope this answers your questions. Chris DeBolt, how often can I treat others? Like, is once a day recommended every other day? I'm aware the body takes what it needs, discarding the rest. However, I'm just curious towards a best practice scenario. Once a day, every day, every other day, etc. Okay. On a scalar, I usually treat twice per week. Okay. And every treatment, it takes 1 hour, 1.5 hours, depending on the programs I'm running. Okay. It is depending on how the body is taking it. If you have a person that, for instance, is in bed and is very sick, I just leave the scalar running, on both sides of the bed, and I just leave the pure scalar running all day long, 24 hours. It will not harm anything. It will help the cells to get the energy. But treatment, for instance, if I want to use for healing, I use, for instance, if I want to get rid of a parasite, for instance, okay, bacteria. I use the 11th harmonic. That, let me show you, is how you can do it. Okay, you come here and shell empty. You got scalar, and you load this Spooky Scalar Anthony Holland 11 harmonic. Okay, this is mainly used for killing pathogens. All right. So if you have a bacteria, let's say staph. Staphylococcus infection, staphylococcal and streptococcal infection, and I make it run on the scalar. Okay. Sorry, this is on the slave. I will put it on the master, which is where normally, and then I make it run. Okay, so this will run. It takes here in this case 1 hour 18. I let it run for 5 or 6 times, and then I stop the treatment, and I leave it for every second day. Okay, to do the treatment, because the body needs to, depending on the condition of the person also, sometimes the body responds faster, so you can do every 2 days, every day, but you have to do the treatment and check how the person is doing. So how often you can do it is mostly on how the person is, a treatment for killing a pathogen, right? So, but if it is for, health, just the pure scalar, you can leave it 24 hours a day, every day. It doesn't really hurt anything. It will help a lot to that person. Okay, Chris, I hope this answered your question. Chris, keep away from metal. What's if you have an earthen mattress cover? Earthen mattress cover made of stainless steel filaments. Chris, if I wouldn't be using the earthen cover with the scalar, all right, because it will shield my body from getting the scalar energy. Okay, it will be like it'll be like a shield, a cage, that it will not allow the scalar energy to get into your body. But if you have, for instance, implants on your tooth, which is metallic, or you have bolts on because you broke a bone and they needed to rebuild it with metal, you can use it, okay? Because that is not shielding, right? And metal will gather this energy, but your body will benefit from it, even if you have some type of feeling or screw in your feet, right? Okay, so you can use it, but I wouldn't use the mattress or any cover that is metallic, because it will shield it will make kind of Faraday cage. It will not allow the energy to get the scalar energy into your body. Deborah Taylor, I have the Spooky2 Scalar set up during the day when I'm unable to physically be in the, can I place DNI fingernails in the scalar container and transmit a code? You can put a picture and you can put your fingernails, but leave it on the scalar field, not on the table of the transmitter or the receiver. Remember that on the receiver, we put the substance in the scalar field. And on the transmitter, we use it for imprinting, right? You can put it on the same table of the imprinting we use for imprinting to do some remote treatment. But I will also put it in the field, okay? In the field within the transmitter and the receiver, okay? So you can do that, yes, and run the John White preset programs all the time. You can use it. You can use it 24 hours also when you are doing remote treatment with the Scalar. Okay? Yes, Deborah, you can do it. Chris G, where to find pictures, example of people set up. Looks like a full on laboratory. Chris, I don't understand where to find pictures, example of people set up. You mean you need pictures of how the setup of the device is? I didn't understand well the question, Chris. Sorry. Please demo how to set up protocol for remote program for autistic child. Thanks. You know, I will let me see if I can show you here. Let me share with you. Okay, so I want to do I come here, shell empty, scalar general. In here, if I write autism, in the programs, let's see. Okay, you have all this. You have the RMD, and it will have an explanation. You will have a lot of different treatment that you can be using for autism. Okay, you can go and read each one of them, and you will have a number of different treatments you can use for this. Also, you can do kind of, for instance, they are not sleeping well, you can put melatonin as a substance on the scalar field of the autist child, okay? Because I know it's difficult to let them, to make them sit in one place, but you can have a wider field where you can put these frequencies to help. Also with the harmonic, you can get this music that is for relaxation. And there is, if you look for Spooky2 harmonic music, you will find a lot of, different possibilities of treatment, all right? So I hope this answered your question. Let's continue. How long it is recommended to imprint a liter of water? Could be depending on what you are imprinting. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes, sometimes it takes 2-3 hours, okay? But the thing is, you have to run the protocol, the program 8 times or 10 times, okay? If the program takes 1 hour to run all together, it will take 8 hours to 8 times. It will be 8 hours if it takes 1 hour to run the program, okay? So it depends on the program, how long it will take to imprint on a liter of water. I normally do it 10 times, okay? I by protocol, I do 10 times to run the program on water. I don't use a liter. I usually do half a liter. Okay, so but I don't think there is much difference if you do a liter or half a liter. 8 times or 10 times is sufficient to imprint. Okay, Michael, I hope that answered your question. GF Gravel, hi, is Scalar can harmonize, realign chakras and auras? Yes, that's best for chakras and auras. Okay, so if you have if you want to um, you can use let me share with you the screen. Okay, you have these chakras, and then you come to programs and you search for chakras. Okay, and then you have all this. It's very good for getting more energy to the different chakras and to realign, to balance the complete set. There is a lot of potential for this for chakras. Okay, so yes, it is, and the Scalar is very good at working this part of the energy field of the body of the person. Okay, JF Gravel, I hope that answers your question. Jennifer Hatmer, I was one who confused where to place the liquid substance when I opened my drawer under my scarf. Jennifer, we have to see what happens in that situation. Okay. I don't think the scalar energy was the one that causes this corrosion itself, but perhaps where your drawer is, and there is a Hatchman line crossing. Okay. And this could be causing an effect on with the scalar energy. Okay, so I don't think the scalar energy will cause this, but perhaps the only thing that I could think of that could cause this is the you are in a geopathogenic area. Okay, where there is a crossing of the Harshman line, and then this creates energy that is very it's not good for us. All right. So you can search more about Hatchman line and geopathogenic zone, and I'm sure that you will find information. Perhaps that was the reason why you have this, but and the scalar energy was we can say counter or deviating this energy, so you could have this silver turn green or batteries corrode. Okay, could be. I'm not saying this is the reason. Okay, and but you asked me what happened, what I could think of. It happened, and I can think of a geopathogenic zone there. All right. Renee Mason, 5.55. Yes, could be up to 75. Okay, depending on the where you are connecting, but it's not far from that Renee. Okay, that's right. And the brightest lights on both ends, on the test button and on the adjusting light. Okay. Mark, as the settings section, there are options for frequency wobbling and harmonic wobbling. Does it make sense to use it on your scalar hand and kill set? I wouldn't use it because the hand and kill set is very, very precise on the alteration of the frequency, okay? So if you are doing hand and kill, it's not necessary to do the wobbling, okay? But for instance, if you are using the 11th harmonic, you could use the wobble, because you are trying to use a general frequency to kill a pathogen, okay? So the wobbler will be more effective. But if you have the hand and kill, which is very precise on the altered frequency, I wouldn't use the wobble. Okay, Mark? Skin. Why choose kill over heal if your setup is using a scalar? Is plasma more efficient at killing? Yes, plasma is more efficient at killing. Actually, plasma is ionizing treatment. Okay, so I on a scalar I use more heal setup. Okay. Now, before on a scalar, we didn't have the 11 harmonics for killing, so it was more healing. But now we have, so we can use killing also for a scalar. So this latest updates on the software, okay? But yes, plasma is more efficient. How long does it take, Renee Mason, how long does it take to infuse water with scalar energy or frequencies? Depending on the program you are imprinting, okay? Run it 10 times. Run the program 10 times, and it should be imprinting. So the only thing that I can think is if the quality of water you're using also, okay? For instance, if you have water that is with a lot of heavy metals, and it will take longer. It might take longer to do the imprinting, okay, of the frequency. But if you use a good quality water, it should take just 8 to 10 passes of the frequency, okay. Hi, in your experience, could a Spooky2 machine be used for pest control or weed control on a small rural property? Say, using the biofeedback to discover the resonant frequency Akashandra was many years ago. Give your time to the other first. They need your expertise. Thanks. Okay. I think, yes, you could use for pest control, but you need to learn more about the reason for the pest. Okay. What part of the the balance of the eco balance, what is the predator of the pest, and how you are going to treat that, it makes very important. I'm doing some experiments about that. I'm trying to learn more about that also, about pest control with the scalar frequency. Does it, Joan McKelly, does it scan the same information? Does it scan the same information? When you're doing healing and kill, search, scan and kill, hand and kill, sorry. When you're doing hand and kill, it doesn't, well, depends on how you set up. It can scan the same information, or it can scan general again, okay, hand and kill. So it will search again for new altered frequencies, and it will go for it, which is the best way to use it, okay? Lee Chan, which device program to use for remote, for brain activation, for stroke, parasitology, dementia, eye macular degeneration, and cardio? How come? Oh, okay. The best way, for instance, well, let's see Parkinson. Okay, I will share my screen again for you to show you. Okay, we're here. Shell empty, scalar, general, right? Parkinson. Okay, I'll search for Parkinson. And look at this. We have different programs that it can be used for Parkinson, all right? So you can choose which one is best. Run the best description for your condition, and try two, try three of them, and see which one works better. And if you see any improvement within 3 or 5 days, you can continue doing that. Okay, so for instance, macular degeneration, macular, you search for it. Okay, here you have one visual acuity and all that. So try to search what is best description for your diagnosis, because I'm sure that you are already diagnosed for searching for this. Okay, so Lee Chan, you can go here and search for it, which one of the programs best fit your description. Okay. Manlove, hello, I received the Scalar device 2 weeks ago, and I have been running pure Scalar on it. I'm in menopause and I was experiencing hot flashes. However, they stopped a couple of months ago. Since sitting in the pure scalar field for the last 2 weeks, I'm now presenting with hot flashes symptoms again. This type of symptomatic response normal? I thought symptoms were generally experienced when using the detox program. Thanks, Mom. Could be not. And I usually tell people when they are being treated and they start feeling symptoms that are not related to the treatment, what I tell them, hey, we are going to stop the treatment and wait for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. If the symptoms continue, it's not related to the treatment. Okay, so we need to find a program to treat that condition now. Okay, but if the symptoms are continue, even are stopped together with the treatment, yes, they are related to the treatment, and we need to investigate more the reason why this condition started with the treatment. Okay, perhaps the treatment is doing this Hersheimer. Remember that your body needs some time to adapt, and sometimes in here it will come part of homeopathy. Okay, what it is? Usually, when you are healing, the first symptoms of the disease in the process of healing, and this is difficult to explain, but you have, I don't know if you heard the term of Kundalini. Kundalini is something that starts from the lower chakra and goes up and start aligning all the chakras of your body. So when this is happening, when the alignment start happening, you will start feeling the same symptoms as when an alignment started or the disease started. So perhaps, yes, it is related because you only have pure scalar. So this chakra is aligning and you might feel the same symptoms as when you started. So it's part of the healing process on pure scalar. But if it should passes within 2 or 3 days, it shouldn't last very long. Okay. So if it is longer than that, stop the treatment and see if it is related to the treatment or not. Okay. I hope that answered your question. Gregory, I will not use Scalar for this, of course. Okay, very good. Cherry Jackman. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for your very helpful. I feel the scalar energy and tune the Spooky2 accordingly. My body responds well on anything below 560. Avoid that feel become over-energized and can't manage it. I can. Is that okay? You are over-energized, so you become more anxious, you're saying you can't manage. You get more nervous because I think it will not be related to the scalar if you mean over energized and you can not manage. Is something bad for you? I would love to be over energized. It would help me do many things, concentrate better because I'm full of energy. So if you get anxious or nervous or whatever that is not good, then it's not of the treatment. So try to adjust the knob on the brightest point of the light and see which one is the best. Okay, and see if that works. But I don't think it's bad. Is there a program for CO2 poisoning? I'm not sure if CO2 poisoning, that means that the person is not able to release carbon dioxide. That means the lungs are not working. And that means that there is an iron deficiency on the red blood cells, the globulin, because there is, or the person is being exposed too much to CO2. I don't know. I'm sure there must be a program that it will work with carbon dioxide. Let me on the scalar. Perhaps you can do something. I can see that we have carbon dioxide on RRMD, the resonant recognition model, but also you could try carbon dioxide on molecular. If you have the X Pro, the generator X, you could use remove CO2, okay? Not necessarily with the scalar, but you can do remove on remote, or you can do remove on contact to remove CO2 from the body, okay? That could be one treatment. Jennifer Hartman is Hartman line. Yes, could be. You have multiple substances within the sample area. Perhaps could be also that is taking the information of the different substances and mixing them. Could be, but I don't think that would cause the silver to go green. That means it's oxidizing too much. Okay. Calling when checking light on receiver, it is very light. Do I need to realign both boxes? No, I don't think, Colin, that you need to realign. You just you need to do the test first, move the knob until the brightest peak of the light, and then go again, continue, and then you will get the second peak. So you know that you are getting both frequencies. So just turn it off, turn it on again, and just align to the first bright peak. Okay, that will help, Colin, too, with the receiver and the transmitter. So John Sunwinkel. We have pine beetles that are attacking our 300-year-old ponderosa pine tree. I wonder if I could scan a beetle and kill the heterostetal biome. Would it hard to use color for that kind of things unless I treated it one tree or an area of trees using a battery outside? Yes, you could do these pine beetles. If you find what is the bacteria that is beneficial for them, and you kill those, you could treat the pine trees from this pest. Okay. I have done something on lemon tree, and that was attacked by a kind of it was similar to beetle. It was a small one, and it was successful. I got one of those, and I searched for what is the bacteria that makes them sick. So I started to reproduce the information of the bacteria on the remote, and I was able to get rid of the tree of the pest. I used on my experiment. I cut a part of the skin of the tree, okay, and there is this liquid that is from the tree, right? I don't remember. I cannot remember the word in English now, but I use this liquid that comes from the tree as a DNA sample, and I put the frequency of a bacteria that will be the pest that kill the pest, right? And the bacteria, it didn't have the bacteria, but I just put the frequency, and all the bees, the insects went away, and it took like 3 or 4 days for that to happen. So I only did it once, but it was a very nice experiment for me. So John, you can try. I mean, there is nothing to lose. You go and get part of the sample of the tree, get the liquid part from the trunk of the tree, and use that liquid as DNA sample, and put the bacteria of the pine beetles. If you are able to find which one it is, it will control this pest, okay? And see how it works, how it behaves. Leave it a week and see if there is any changes on the behavior of the tree, of the pest. Cheryl Jackman, use that over energy. Give me some of that energy, please. Not anxious, just full of energy. I know. Use that energy in a good way. I mean, I don't think it's something bad, but I can tell you, if you feel that it's too much for you, just do it once a week or twice a week. Do it less frequent, and keep that good energy. That's the best. That's what we look for when we are using scalar energy, to be revitalized, to have all this energy, all this feeling to do anything. How do you find the bacteria for the pest? You need to find what is the natural enemy of the pest. Okay, not necessarily a bacteria, but what I did was I did research on this insect, and I usually I know they use bacteria for that infect the pest. Okay, and the pest goes away from this, runs away from this. So you will have to do a research. Now we have a lot of artificial intelligence programs and application that it'll be easier for you to find this. What is the enemy, natural enemy of these bacteria or pests, and it will help you to find. Okay. All right. I have a lot of questions answered. I think we are finished. It's almost 11 now. We started at 9, 10, 11, 2 hours. It was very nice to share with you this information, guys. Thank you for being with me and to bear with me. I don't know if it was the presentation was fulfilling your expectations, but please help me and you will receive a form. Please fill the form. Just be honest on the form, and I will improve if there is. I'm sure there are many things to improve, so I will improve for future presentations, and please help me with filling in the form, so it will help me improve. And if you have any treatment questions, you can find us on internet, and we can try to help you on anything. Okay, and I hope as I said, I will say thank you so much for being with me until this time, and keep the good things. This is the future medicine. I see every time that there are more practitioners that are using energy treatments, and different devices. There are many now in the market. You have to be careful. Some of those are just, junk, doesn't work. And I can tell you by my experience that the Spooky is the best on this area, because there is a great team working, Spooky2 team that develops the technology. Now we have peptides. I'm getting very good results on using peptides, and John has done a very good job. He took 8 years to develop peptides. Okay, so you if you start using peptides, you'll be amazed on the results. I didn't have time to talk about it. I would have loved to talk about it, but it will be in the next a future opportunity. I will focus on peptides. It'll be very interesting for treatment different conditions. All right. So thank you so much.